All right.
Okay, so I have my celery, onions, and bell pepper sauteing here. What you want to do at this point, it's been sauteing for about 2 minutes since I've added it. Okay, so what you want to do at this point is you're going to take a little bit of water, because I see it's drying out. If this in fact happens to you, you just take a little bit of water, you know. Oh, make sure it doesn't spill on the stove. Just add a little bit of water so that it does not get sticky. And when you cook, I mean, I've been cooking this dish for forever, and I never cook it the same way more than once, trust me. You have to adjust things every now and again, and that's how you become good at it eventually when you're like 80 something. My grandmother was a great cook, so just add a little bit of water so it doesn't stick. If it's sticking, no, you want to add the water. Just say that. Alright, just a little bit, not too much. And you can keep it right here in the event that it starts sticking again. Alright, so I'm going to saute this a little while longer. And again, it's still on medium heat. And we'll see where we're at in about 2 to 3 more minutes. We'll see. Okay, so I mean, they smell really good right now. The aroma is fucking awesome. Excuse my language. Gosh. It's awesome. Fills the apartment. I'm gonna taste. They're soft. I don't want them to be too wilted to where it's mushy, but I don't want them to be crunchy either. So it gets a little brown in there. Excuse that. I just have to get the excess off of my utensil here. What you want to do now, I'm trying to do this safely. Usually I just open this up with my hand. Actually, I use a can opener, but I open it up, the lid up with my hand once I use that. So you want to take your whole plum tomatoes, and you want to go ahead and add that in like that, okay? Because it's ready for the most part. As ready as it'll ever be. Okay, so you've added that. And what I usually do, you don't have to do this. I try to cut my tomatoes in half. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do this, but this is what I do. Okay? Like I said, this is my shrimp Creole. And because I've added the tomatoes, I'm going to put my heat back on medium. I decreased it while it was wilting so it didn't burn when I was sauteing my veggies. Okay, so you can cut them in half if you want, like I said. If not, fine, you can leave them whole, not a big deal. Then you add your second can, like that there. Alright, and once you've added your second can, you want to also add your garlic. Alright, now we're going to cook this until the tomatoes themselves wilt a little bit. They become a little bit softer. Okay, and you have to always remember to stir occasionally, quite often actually, so your ingredients doesn't stick to the pan, it doesn't burn. You have to continue to stir. Use whatever utensil that you have. I use this one. I don't really know what this is called because I'm not a professional, but you get my point. Just find something to stir it with, alright? And remember that your celery will continue to wilt as well. That's fine, as long as it doesn't become mushy. The whole idea here is to get the tomatoes to wilt and to get that seasoning that you incorporated into your vegetables to also be incorporated into your sauce, alright? So you're going to do that, and actually, while I'm here, I'm going to taste it. Okay, it's a little too tomato tasting to me, so I will season this again So I will continue to season this as I like it. You can do the same. And I advise you to just do that until you get the desired taste that you want. Okay? And like I'm just here trying to still chop up or half my tomatoes here because they were whole plum tomatoes. But I'm going to let this cook for about 10 minutes. Not too long. Like I said, every stove is different. My stove, I have to cook for about 10 minutes. Once I'm done with this, I will add the shrimp. But first, I have to go and pull the tails off my shrimp. So, I'm going to do that and cut scene, and we'll be right back. Okay. So, you want to bring this up to a boil. Alright, and you want to always taste in between. And the whole reason as to why you did not want to fully cook your vegetables in the beginning is because you will bring this to a boil. And they will continue to cook in the sauce. So let me taste this and see if it's okay. Pretty hot. They can cook for another 10 minutes. You don't want them too mushy or too soft, but you want them just right. So where the consistency and the texture and everything fits well. Alright? So, oh, note to self, wear a freaking apron. See this? This is why you want to wear an apron. But right now I'm going to add my Uncle Ben's rice. I told you I use Uncle Ben. So I put my pot, it's not the best pot, but it's the only pot I have right now. I eyeball it. I can't give you a measurement, but I fill it up about halfway, my pot. It's only Alex and myself eating this. So halfway filled with water will work just well. And then you pour your rice in. About halfway, well, wait a minute, a little bit more. About half of where the water is itself. Alright, and I have that on medium heat as well. Let that boil, let that cook. Stir it occasionally, just as you want to stir your sauce occasionally. Season it to how you want it. Continue to taste it because the sauce is the most important thing that makes this freaking dish. And it's going to be delicious. I'm starving. I cannot wait to eat. Okay, so I have my rice cooking. It's almost done. But there was one thing that I left out. I did not necessarily leave it out. I left it out on purpose because I did not want to do this, but for the sake of this video, I'm going to do it anyways. To make this a little bit thicker, if you choose, you don't have to do this, okay? You can take some all-purpose flour, alright, and a pinch of all-purpose flour. Sprinkle it around, sprinkle it around, sprinkle it around, da-da-da-da. Take your spatula, you want to stir it up, and this is only to give it color, just a smokier color, and also to help it thicken. So when you pour it over your rice, it is a little bit thicker. Everything is pretty much ready. All I have to do is add my shrimp. I will be adding my shrimp once my rice is a little bit closer to being done because it only takes a second for the shrimp to cook. So by the time we come back from commercial, if Alex can incorporate a commercial, I'll be adding the shrimp, pouring it over the rice, and we're ready to eat, baby. Alright, so I'm going to add my shrimp because my rice is almost done. You have to time it properly so that, you know, the shrimp cooks really fast. And oh great, I have a few in here that I did not detail. Great. Well, I'll detail those and then add them later. But anyways, you want to just add the shrimp. Alright, like so. The shrimp cook really fast, like I said. So it's always going to be the last thing that you add. And all you do now is you stir it in like that. Just make sure that they're underneath the sauce so they all cook evenly. So just put them under the sauce like that. Alright. And at this time, your sauce should be seasoned according to how you like it. I've already told you the seasonings to use. So you're gonna let that cook until the shrimp are actually done. I hope you know when shrimp are done. I'm not gonna go over that, but yeah, so when we come back, we're definitely gonna pour this over the rice and we'll be ready to go.
Right.
Okay, so our rice is done. I'm going to take spoon, actually, sorry, I'm going to actually take this spoon because it'd be quicker. I'm gonna go over here to my bowls, scoop out my rice, put that in the bowl. Oh gosh, just wasted it all over the counter. Great, I'm gonna have to clean that up. All right, so about halfway is good for Alex. He'll be fine. And then take your sauce, and just so you don't waste it everywhere, pour it over it as much as you like. Alex likes a lot, so I'll pour a lot. All right, and then you come over here to where I wasted all of the rice on the counter, like that. And this is when you want to add your green onions. And you just take a few and you just sprinkle them on top there. Just to give it a little color, a little extra added flavor. And I don't know if you like to eat with a fork or a spoon, but I like to eat with a spoon, so that's that. And I like to incorporate a little red wine with this. And I'm good to go. I'm ready to eat. I like to say thank you guys so much for tuning in. This is just one of many videos to come. I'll probably be doing more makeup videos and only cooking videos ever so often because cooking videos are so long. So I wanted to say thank you for tuning into my channel, and I hope to see you guys soon, and I hope that you enjoy this meal. Take care. And oh, thanks Alex. Don't forget to subscribe wherever it is. Here, maybe, there, wherever Alex decides to put it. I don't know. Or just check down at the bottom in the information box. Definitely subscribe. I would definitely appreciate it. Thank you so much, Alex, for videotaping this and hanging in there with me. I know that you had plenty of other things that you could have done. Love you. Bye.